Fans have been asking Konami for new ways to experience the Metal Gear franchise for a while, and with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, we're finally getting them. A from the ground up remake of the 2004 PS2 classic, the new entry looks better than ever, boasts new enemy AI, and retains the magic of the original. Rather than adding or expanding the experience like Bluebird Team did with the Silent Hill 2 remake, Virtuous plays the return identically to the original. The experience was already tight and celebrated, and trying to expand on creator Hideo Kojima's legacy without him would have faced significant resistance. What we get here is a brand new way to experience one of the PS2's best games, and while not everything works entirely, this is a definitive way to experience a classic. For the uninitiated, Delta is a remake of the third number entry in the series, but it is also a prequel. Set in 1964, you play Naked Snake as he sets out to prevent a global catastrophe and stop the Cold War between America and Russia from escalating. His old boss and mentor, the Boss, has defected, and it's up to Snake to stop her and save the nuclear scientist at the heart of the war. The narrative is as thrilling as it was 20 years ago, with the core relationship between Naked Snake and the Boss brought to new visual heights. I am curious to see how new fans respond to the lengthy cutscenes that break up the action, but as a longtime fan of the franchise, it was exciting to see both the quiet and action moments in brand new ways. The game has been entirely remade in Unreal Engine 5, and it looks gorgeous. The forests are denser and more lush than ever before, offering new hiding spaces. The lighting casts shadows more realistically, while the character models look incredible. You can see the wrinkles on Snake's face as his brow furrows, the pain in his eyes as he struggles to understand the actions of his old mentor. The lip syncing has been entirely redone as well, while adding new languages for more global accessibility. It runs perfectly at 60 frames per second on PS5 Pro, with no visual issues or frame drops at all. One particular section, moving through the water with a canopy of trees overhead, is particularly stunning, along with the game's finale. The game now looks like the way I've envisioned it for the last 20 years, with the set pieces being even more memorable than before. They're more kinetic and explosive, while retaining Kojima's visual flair and direction. This extends to Snake as well, as wounds can leave scars that stay permanently. The visual overall here is significant, and it's worth the ride for the beautiful new visuals alone. The loading screens between areas are still present, but they're basically instant and don't take away from the fun. As Snake sets out for his stealthy adventure across the jungle, he'll have newly upgraded enemy AI to contend with. This is the only real sore spot for me in this new package, as it feels a bit overtuned. Enemies can see you from across large distances, and as soon as one alerts, the entire area around reacts. It makes the already tough stealth even more reactive, and while that challenge is great for higher difficulty settings, the base mode feels like it needs some balancing. For example, one particular section sees Naked Snake enter a new area filled with water, a dock with enemies in a building across a body of water. It's dark, there's no light on the water, but the enemies see you immediately as you try and enter the water to start the journey across. Even if you wait for them to turn around and start moving away, you're bound to be seen by someone immediately as you make your approach. It can reduce the stealth sandbox to nothing more than running and gunning, but since it's Snake and Metal Gear, the stealth is supposed to be one of the best parts of the package. Hopefully, Konami can adjust the AI to make it a more balanced experience. The new 3D audio is also fantastic. Playing with headphones on, you can hear the footsteps around you as they move, making the world more immersive. There's also a new control style, making Snake control in a way that's more modern and easy to understand, along with a new camera that brings it closer to current third-person over-the-shoulder experiences. There's a host of other quality-of-life upgrades, including new and reworked quick menus for accessing the radio, curing wounds, and swapping camos. It makes everything feel snappier, bringing you back to the action faster than ever before. You can also crouch walk, which makes it just feel better, and you can move while your gun is drawn. The legacy system still exists for those looking for the more classic experience. There's even more that I won't spoil here, but for fans of the original, there's a lot to fall in love with all over again. The only major missing part of the package is Fox Hunt, an upcoming multiplayer mode that's set to launch later this year. I'm excited to get my hands on it, but it does feel missed at launch, as I was itching for more to do after rolling credits. There are other modes, including Snake vs. Monkey, which are fun in their own right, but a meaty stealthy multiplayer experience would have been welcome. If you can recapture the tense feelings from Metal Gear Online and Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood's hide-and-seek modes, it could take an already fantastic package and make it even better. We'll have to wait to find out. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is the definitive way to experience a classic. The narrative remains gripping and compelling, with themes that still feel timely and relevant even 20 years later. The gameplay is fun and creative, and even though the enemy AI needs some rebalancing, it still feels so good to sneak up and take enemies out. The new visual overhaul, along with 3D audio and a host of quality-of-life upgrades, makes it all feel brand new while never losing the magic of the original. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is fantastic, and hopefully just the first remake on the way. Give me Twin Stakes next.